Our family.
Our family.
Our family.
Our
Hello and welcome to Our Family, the series of podcasts brought to you by the Harley Street Fertility Clinic. In today's podcast, we caught up with Alex and Nicola, the lovely couple who started their fertility journey with HSFC more than a year ago. Here is what happened since the last time we spoke with Nicola, which was before she restarted her treatment. Hello, Alex and Nicola, or Nicola and Alex and baby, and mom.
And Lola, the chihuahua. We've got our little protect guard dog. My other daughter, Lola. I say that because if I even insinuate a little play fight or raise my voice, Lola goes to attack me.
Very protective. Good.
She knows. She clearly knows. She clearly knows because she keeps spending lots of time on Nikki's tummy, and she's been so affectionate. More so.
So what happened? Last podcast we did, the latest, was with Nicola awaiting to start treatment. What happened in the meantime?
So it's been a while since then. I started treatment, started all the medication, started all the steroids, all the progesterone injections, all the estrogen tablets, the cyclogest, pessaries, you name it. Having tests done weekly to make sure that my levels were correct. They had to keep upping my doses. So I was on quite a high dose. And week by week, everything was just checked and measured by Harley Street Fertility Clinic. And on the 30th of October, I had 2 embryos transferred into my womb, which was a frozen cycle. So we then waited, I think 12 days, got a pregnancy test, and it came back positive. It was fantastic.
Ick and Schmick.
We named them Ick and Schmick. I don't know why, but we did. And we then went back to Harley Street Fertility Clinic. Dr. Venkat did a scan, and we were amazed that there were two pregnancies, 2 sacs. So we were really happy. I was getting my head around becoming pregnant with twins. It was quite a big experience. And
it was scary.
It was scary,
it's
but
like,
I was excited.
I was like, 1 kid's scary enough, but 2, it's what I've always wanted. But at the same time, hang on a minute. Wow. There's financial, and then there's a life change, and the emotional strains of a child. But 2, yeah.
But Dr. Venkat has always said, you never put 2 in to expect twins. Dr. Venkat put 2 in for my end result to have a baby. And I had that in the back of my mind. But when I was pregnant, which I thought was with twins, obviously I didn't expect twins, but I kind of was just digesting the information and was quite happy about it, because I thought, right, I never need to go through IVF again. I've got my perfect family. I've got more than 1 child, and I was really excited. Anyway, another couple of weeks passed. We had another scan, and unfortunately, the other baby, wasn't developing as well as one of them. One was growing, and there was only 1 heartbeat, but Dr. Venkat said, we'll wait another week and we'll see if the other twin catches up. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And I believe it's called a vanishing twin syndrome. So basically, it's like a missed miscarriage, but without expelling any pregnancy. So the pregnancy, the one of the twins that stopped developing, it just kind of gets reabsorbed into the body, into the mother's body, and the other baby will take all of its nutrients. So it's very bittersweet, because I'm now, if I calculate it into my other miscarriages, that means I've lost 6 pregnancies. So it's quite a traumatic experience, but I have to look at the positive. And the amazing positive is I'm speaking to you now, and I'm about to approach my 2nd trimester. with a healthy, dancing baby. Yes, moving. Baby moved like crazy.
People saying to me, we're so sorry, we're so sorry. But I was like, look, it's a bit sad. But, and I actually openly said, it's also a little bit of a relief. As much as I want it, it'd be nice to have twins because it's less strain on the baby, but on both babies, having two, on Nicola, who's going to be carrying them. Yeah. And there's it'd be strain on the baby. So it's kind of a relief. Obviously, there's a relief for me personally because there's less stress. But I mean, yeah, it was sad. But I mean, look, we've got a wonderful, healthy embryo. So I was like,
it's not an embryo. It's a baby.
Sorry, baby. Yeah, of course, baby. That's what I meant. Yeah. So yeah. So Ick and Schmick became one.
Oh, okay. So
now we have one strong baby.
the third lockdown, how the second one, if you remember, affected you?
I do remember. The first one, my anxiety was, am I going to start my treatment? And I was really worried because time is of the essence. I'm not saying that, I'm over the hill and far, far away. I'm not an old lady, but, I've been trying to have a baby for like 6 years now. And I just didn't want to wait any longer. And I guess when you're in lockdown, you've got nothing else to think about. And I mean, all I wanted to do was start treatment. And my first appointment with Dr. Venkat was actually last December 2019. So, I mean, we've waited. It's been a really long time. Actually, I think it was October 2019.
And logically, people are saying maybe you should wait till this whole pandemic thing's over. And I'm like,
life doesn't wait.
Yeah.
Well, there is that. I mean, ideally, yeah. But I mean, the thing is, we don't know how long this pandemic's going to be. Babies are being born, and there's a lot of worries because of the what's going on, how it's going to affect Nicola. Because Nicola, just to remind people, has a super strong immune system, which has unfortunately killed the babies in the past. So we have very strong immune suppressive drugs. So it's not just COVID, it's anything that Nicola has no immune system. So she has to be very careful.
So I'm on steroids, and I'm also, if people who are listening don't know, I also go to Harley Street Fertility Clinic. Now it's only once a month, and I have intralipids, which is a drip, which suppresses my immune system, but it just gives the baby lots of goodness. So the steroids and the intralipids both suppress my immune system. And that's why at the start of the first pandemic, I wasn't allowed to start my treatment because the HFEA wouldn't allow immune suppressive drugs and treatments to start just because of safety. But luckily, in August the 16th, I got my email, which is my birthday, which is how I remember. I got an amazing email from Dr. Venkat. What a birthday present that was, to say that I could start treatment again. So
how were you worried?
Was I worried? Yeah, I was worried. But there's nothing to do when there's a national lockdown anyway, apart from stay indoors. And I could do my online food shop. As long as I kept my distance, I was okay. And I sacrificed so much as it is anyway when it comes to IVF. What's sacrificing staying indoors and keeping safe?
But let me add in, right? Okay, so I asked Nicola, was she worried? She was worried. But she was also, there's a mixed bag of excitement. Now, I'm an ex-soldier, and I always remember that song they sung in World War One. What's the use in worrying? It never got you far, so pack up your troubles in your old kit bag. Long story short, you put on a brave face and smile.
Never heard that song.
And that's my kind of attitude with life. And I look at Nicola's sister, who's just had a baby, and she had a baby in COVID.
She had a baby in July.
And tell me what your sister said.
I said, are you worried when she was pregnant? She's like, not really. I said, why not? She said, because I'm young, I'm fit, I'm healthy.
Just get on with it.
Just get on with it.
And when Nicola continually worries about all sorts of things. And I'm always saying, don't be silly. Occasionally, I think she likes that because I'm like the tough guy when it comes to her worrying. If I started to worry, I think that would make her worry more. I said, don't be such a silly sausage. Come on. Wow, woman. Oh, silly. Maybe, well, I won't say it now. I will say it now. But there's sometimes I might be a bit worried. I'm like, right, okay, I've just got to put on a brave face. But the thing is, we're strong. We're healthy. Even though Nicola hasn't got a super strong immune system, we've got the most powerful thing, love and care.
So
no, but seriously, love is a powerful emotion which protects and heals. It goes beyond science. It's spiritual.
We're going off on a tangent.
No, but this is it's not no tangent. This is, with all the best will in the world, we might not, children don't always get born. What's that magic factor X? And to me, that's faith, that's prayer, and that's all about love. There you go.
I agree with you, Alex.
That was very beautiful.
Yes.
That was really sweet.
Love.
And we've got the love of Lola.
We have the love of animals and babies.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first pandemic was a slightly different emotion for me, and Alex had to leave. Alex wasn't allowed to live with me.
The second lockdown.
It was the second lockdown.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, gosh, I can't remember. You know what? You're right. Yeah, the second one. Yeah, so the second lockdown we had. No, sorry, it wasn't the second lockdown. It's when my treatment started. Alex had to leave. There was no lockdown, so I've been in my own kind of lockdown anyway. Because Dr. Venkat had told me I must shield. So shielding means Alex had to still carry on working. Alex had to still go about his business. You know, he's an athlete. He still needed to train and meet people and boot camp and all of that kind of stuff and have meetings. So I was on my own in the house.
But you did very well being on your own and taking care of you. Because, to nurture your baby, you have to nurture yourself first. You know this. So you did very well. Even without Alex's physical support, being next to you, being with you.
We're lucky. Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, we've got the use of technology, which has been amazing. So when we've been going to scans, Alex hasn't been allowed to come. But we have FaceTime. So, I mean, it's not the same, is it, Alex, when you're on FaceTime? But, I mean, at least you could see the baby and you could hear the heartbeat.
Nicola got a bit upset because she said, I've not been that excited about it. I'm like, and that is a thing. I mean, it's when I actually see, I've seen a lot of scans and you're looking at a computer, it's not quite the same. When you're there, now that I've been with Nicola for quite a while, since being apart with her, I can't help but touch her belly. Mm-hmm. And I send love. Then we're getting all hippie again. Love to little fella. Oh, I say little fella. It could be a little lady. But we'll talk about that in a minute. I get super more excited. But the first time I actually got excited by seeing a scan, because I'm like, that's only another scan, is when I saw the spine. I was like, oh, wow, it's really a real human being. Mm-hmm. And saying that, we actually had a scan yesterday.
We did.
And it wasn't the best one in the world because we couldn't really see any features. All we could see was like the skull and the bone shape. And it looked funny. The little fella looked like a grey, an alien. And then we nicknamed the baby Skeletor. That might sound really horrible, but it's us being funny. Obviously, we love our baby. But Skeletor and He-Man?
Not really.
He's like the bad guy. He's got a skull face. So
I don't know either.
Because we've got a picture, we've got a screenshot of the scan, and it looks like a skull.
You can see the eyes,
baby
nose,
Skeletor. Anyone who's watched He-Man will know who Skeletor is. Baby Skeletor.
I mean, now that we're in another national lockdown, it's a different kind of emotion. I mean, for me, I've already been in my own mini isolation anyway, so it hasn't really changed my life, to be completely honest with you. But my emotion now is I have anxiety over pregnancy, and now I have anxiety over COVID.
You had a headache this morning. So, oh my God, I've just read that a headache's really bad and I can lose the back. I'm like, woman,
no,
seriously?
It's okay. It's okay. Just think of people and women having babies during the war under very stressful conditions. I mean, I know now it's very stressful, but your baby will be born.
Yeah.
When is the due date?
July the 18th.
So you have a few 6 months.
6 months to go.
A few days before my birthday.
6 months to go.
Our family.
Our family.
Do you feel the baby?
Not yet.
Okay.
I think so. No. I'm very hungry. I get really excited for my meals and my snacks.
Oh, you do feel the baby because you get a lot of indigestion.
I do, yeah. I get loads of heartburn.
And,
no, I think Delia means feeling the baby moving around.
Well, no,
Yes.
that's the baby as well.
No,
But
she's not moving around.
when
She's
you-
kicking.
when you do a pop, when she does a little pop, I said, "Oh, was that you or the baby?" Oh, that was the baby. Oh, she
So it's a
burped
boy
the other
maybe,
day.
because ladies don't do this.
No, of course, she burped in front of her girlfriends, one of her best mates, and her friend Esther. Went, Nicola, how can you? It wasn't me. It was the little fella.
He's making this up.
Yeah, it's all lies. Yeah.
So you don't feel the baby kicking just yet, I suppose.
No, I don't think you feel cooking until you're like 16 to 20 weeks.
So soon. So the fun will begin then for you, Nicola.
I can't wait to have that experience.
So for Alex, it's always going to be different because the baby is in your body. You will feel all the kicks all the time, especially when you try to sleep.
Oh wow.
So for
Yeah.
Alex, it's from outside, but for you, it's an incredible feeling. And you
Can't
will
wait.
experience this soon. Let's speak about the gender. Do you know? Boy?
So
girl?
we had something called the Harmony test, which is a blood test which just checks for conditions like Down syndrome and things like that. And thank God, that's the main reason why I had it done. And everything is perfect. Everything is healthy. Baby's good. And we did ask, because when you have that test done, the Harmony test, you can find out what the sex is of the baby through the blood. But unfortunately, due to having twins, they couldn't determine.
Because
So, well, they're not 100% sure either or. So they
one could
can't.
have been a man. One
One could have been a girl and one could have been a boy, but either way, they wouldn't be able to determine which sex this baby is in my stomach. So the moral of the story is we have to wait till I'm 20 weeks, and when we can actually physically see it on the scan.
Oh no, we're not waiting.
We have to wait.
Nicola laughed at me this morning. We're going to go to some old wives' tales, and this I think started in World War One as well, when they wanted to tell the sex of a baby. I'm going to lie Nicola down on her bed, pull her belly up, pull her top up so her belly's shown, and you get a needle and thread. I don't know if anyone knows this one. And the needle goes in and you hold the needle and the thread. If you hold it just still, and if it goes round in a circle, it's a girl. If it goes side to side, it's a boy.
Is that what you've been Googling this morning?
Well, look, we're going to try it anyway, and we're going to see what happens, because we will find out in how long.
20 weeks, but we can go somewhere else privately.
No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it with Harley Street.
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
Yeah.
So a few weeks.
Yes.
Not long thing. I think it's a boy.
Okay.
I've got the feeling I'm carrying a boy.
A mini reading it.
I really do. I'm 90% I'm carrying a boy. I don't care what it is. As long as my baby is healthy and happy, that's all that matters.
Exactly. So then the plan is to meet in a few weeks, or we can meet before then.
Yeah.
What, face to face?
I'm not sure, face to face on
Zoom.
Zoom.
Yeah.
On Zoom.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
You know, Nicola, I always told you, whenever you feel like calling me, please call me. WhatsApp,
Thank you.
video or audio or whatever you feel like. I'm
Amazing.
here.
Let's do a video
That's
next
sweet.
time.
That's very sweet.
Okay.
Hopefully we've got a belly to show you.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah.
Nicola keeps saying to me, "Do I look pregnant? Do I look pregnant, or do I just look fat?" And I'm like, how do I win here? How does any man win in that question? You look pregnant.
On the third trimester, you'll be like, oh, I'm not going to tell you. You will see. You'll experience yourself.
Can't wait.
Okay. Thank you, guys. All the best.
Thank you, Celia.
Keep in touch.
Thank you, young lady. Happy New Year. Bye, bye, bye.
Happy New Year.
We are planning our next chat with Nicola and Alex soon, so that they can disclose the gender of their baby. And seeing the beautiful mother to be Nicola, we have to admit that she looks the picture of happiness, her face lighting up whenever she talks about her baby. We are looking forward to catching up with the couple soon. A podcast by Delia Coral. Our family.
Our family.
Our family.
Our family.